Hi, my name is Marlon from marlonmcpherson.com, and welcome to this video where I'll be talking to you about sales conversion funnels or marketing funnels, or quite simply lead conversion funnels. To me, they're part and parcel of the same thing. Different people might refer to them as different things, but essentially the goal that they're getting to is pretty much the same, is to get people from being unaware of you to becoming a lead, then to buying a product or service from you. And I've got this upside down triangle graphic that I've put together here on my screen, which kind of illustrates the point. I'll be digging into this in this video, and hopefully if you don't understand anything about funnels as it pertains to business with regards to marketing and sales, this will simplify it for you. Hopefully there's other content out there already where people explain this, but I'm just giving you my perspective on it, so you can understand how I view things and how I apply things in some ways in my own strategy online as well. So before I dig into the graphic here, let me just quickly run through with this slide here what a conversion funnel is, what a lead conversion funnel is. So like I explained to you just now, it's a set of steps that you take a prospect through, so a prospective customer. So before they become aware of you, to the point at which they discover you or your product or your service, through your marketing, to the point that they become a lead, where they're definitely interested in what you do because they've taken some kind of action potentially. You can decide who you classify as a lead and who's a prospect, but for me, they have to indicate that, you know, they're interested in some way, shape, or form by taking some kind of action. And ultimately, you want them to buy a product or service or do some kind of business with you, transacting business with you, so you can make some money and they can get the ultimate help that they need to solve their problem. Funnels can be applied in multiple areas of your business. We're talking about online business strategy here. So for me, the most important or the main way is through your website. So that's what I'm going to be focused on today. However, I will mention that you can have a social media funnel. You can have an email marketing funnel, which essentially achieves a different thing, and it takes them through some different stages. But the principles are pretty much the same. So I'm going to swap over to my whiteboard here, which is basically my OneNote blank sheet, which I've copied over the image that you just saw of the illustration. What I'm going to do is here, I've got a Wacom pen and a Wacom tablet, which I am going to use for the first time live. Well, not live, but in this video setting. So my handwriting, so I can mark this up. My handwriting isn't going to be necessarily great, so I apologize for any chicken scratch writing. As long as you can view it and understand the point anyway, the principle, that's the main thing. And also, if you hear any noise, I'm going to apologize for that as well. Out in the background, I have a construction site next door, so I have to do the content. I have to get it out, so hopefully you won't hear too many distractions outside. Right, so let's get into this here. So the graphic, as you can see here, shows you an upside down triangle, which represents a funnel. A physical funnel has a wide opening at the top, and it narrows down as you go deeper into the funnel to the bottom of the funnel, where whatever you pour in at the top comes out in a smaller quantity at the bottom, but more focused and possibly with a higher velocity because it's going through a more narrow opening than at the top where it's wide and lots of things are going in. So there's a lot of pressure being built at the top and it's being filtered down. The same analogy is being applied here to customers and prospects, because essentially what we start with, if I can just write on the board here, we start with our prospects. And we know who these people are because we have done our profiles already in terms of our ideal customer profiles. You should already have this or have some idea of who you're trying to serve and what problem you're trying to solve. We don't know who they are in terms of, they don't know who we are yet. My apologies. But we know they're out there and they have a problem to solve. So what do they do when they have a problem? They actually go in search of an answer to their problem. And what they do is they search on Google primarily. Now, Google is the #1 search engine in the world, and that's where most people search by default. So they take out their phone, they take out their tablet, they go on their computer and they search on Google. There are other search engines as well, such as you have Bing, you have Yahoo, and you have some other ones as well. I'm not too concerned about these because they follow the lead of Google anyway. They always follow the leader kind of thing. So as long as you are understanding that these people over here are searching in Google, you are able to reach these people through your marketing. I will also mention that you have YouTube, which is also a search engine. Yes, it's a content publishing platform. You publish videos, but guess what? It's the second largest search engine in the world, only second to Google, which is number one, and Google owns YouTube. So for me, I actually do YouTube videos. I do a podcast, and I have posts. So this is written content. And this is where people are going to now come in to your funnel through the content that you publish. So this is all content. Okay, so the content is any one of these things that you do, and you can decide what type of content you do based on what makes sense for your business. So however, well, the people that are searching, they will find one piece of content maybe that is useful. It maybe solves the entire problem that they have if it's not like a really complex, big problem, or it gets them on the road to solving the main problem. Once you get people in through the content that you create, as in they become aware of you, the next step is for you to get them to be interested in doing business with you. And the way you generate interest is by providing even more value. So what you want to do is exercise your expertise and provide value by showing them more content. So you direct them to content that is still going to be related to what they are looking for and things that you know that they'll need. And you do this by essentially presenting yourself as an obvious choice for them to work with, by making sure that you answer their needs in whichever way possible. And it comes down to the brand and how you present your brand as well. So once people are interested, they've become aware of you and they're interested, what I would say is the top half, those two bits, is what I would refer to as the marketing part of the funnel. Okay, so this is the marketing part. And then down here with the last two bits, the decision making and the action steps, this is the sales aspect. This is how I view it. So the decision, you want them to take some kind of decision by saying yes to you in some way, shape, or form. Let me just expand this out so I can get the full real estate here off my screen. Right, so there's this thing called the Yes Ladder. If you look it up online, it's about getting people to take smaller steps with the decision making. So instead of you asking them to buy this one big flagship thing that you have to offer up here, you take them through a series of smaller steps. So step one is for them to maybe opt in to something. And to opt in means that they give you their email address to sign up for something. They get something in exchange that is of value to them, that is even going to help them more to solve their problem. So this might be some sort of lead magnet, and it's called a lead magnet because it basically attracts the people that are looking to solve that particular problem, and it's a freebie. So it's a free item. You get that. People sign up on your email. People can sign up to your email list on your website and get the lead magnet in exchange. So that might be step one. Step two, you might have an upsell where you sell them a small or a low-cost item that is even going to be an obvious thing that they'll need to apply the things that they find in the lead magnet. And then you might have the Holy Grail up here, or maybe some other steps going up. You might have the Holy Grail right at the top, which is the ultimate place that you want to get them to, which will come in my opinion, down here at the last phase, where you sell them products and services, and people take action in getting, they take action in the sense that they will share. Yeah, that's the word. share the items or share the things that you've had to offer, because you've built up some trust with them. Some people might offer something at the interest phase and the decision phase straight away for sale, but you want to keep it a low barrier to entry. That's the way I view it, because it's easier to say, look, get this free thing in exchange for an email address. And then once they're on your email list, if you have followed my content, then you know that the list is where things are at, okay? You need to have your email list built, because that's your own real estate, unlike social media, which you don't own social media. So people can kick you off at any time and you don't have access to those leads. Whereas the email address is someone's personal email address. You can communicate to them or with them at any point in time. And you can also sell through email. And that's one of the most powerful ways to sell. Don't take it from me. Ask any credible online marketer. They'll tell you, build your email list, because that's the only thing you can control, or the main thing you can control. And obviously your website, you need to have that to be able to build an email list effectively. What you want to do once someone gets on your email list is build trust and take them through even more steps to create more value and essentially sell. Okay, so you have to have another funnel here. As I mentioned earlier, you can have an email funnel as well, because you can apply the funnel system to anything or most things. So you would need an email funnel, which is essentially a set of emails that gets automated. Is sent initially when somebody signs up. You want to have them maybe get a welcome email. Thanks for becoming a member of my email list or my newsletter. Here's how we operate. We send a newsletter once a week or once a month or every 2 weeks, whatever. Here's some valuable content that you might find useful based on what you've signed up for. Here's some information on how you can apply the strategy from the lead magnet that you've gotten, or how you can use the lead magnet to maximize the results that you get from it. So all of these things are designed to build trust, right? So you have maybe a few emails that go out initially, and then you have them on your email blast every 2 weeks or every week, which continue to deliver value and share the content that you continue to create. So this is how it all comes together. I know this might look a little bit messy or confusing. I won't give you too much more information here. If you've got any questions, leave me a comment down below. Also share this content with somebody who you know is building an online business and they might find this useful. And also like the video. It helps to boost the rankings, and hopefully other people will see that on YouTube as well. Reach out to me on my website, marlonmcpherson.com, and leave me any questions you got there as well. I'll try and answer them via email if I can, or if not, I will do that in a Q&A session, maybe online, or I will do some more content on this.